I can picture what you're thinking of. My imagination's not enough. Oh, no, it's not safe to say what you're always looking for. Hey, someone to make you feel like. Don't wanna think of all the who's that you can pick and choose.
Smile and wave, boys. The smile and wave. Oh, we're back. We're back. Yes, we're alive. Thank you so much, Telco, for returning the electricity back that you took away. We are going to be continuing from where we left off. Anybody who's been watching the stream, we do not apologize for the loss in the stream because it wasn't our fault. I mean, this happens. Anybody who's been living in Hemver would understand the predicaments that we're going through. So, in short, what we're doing here, this is Dhiraagu Supersonic, presented to you by Glitch Gaming. My name is Aksam as your host. I've got Monis on commentary and Yube all the way at the end of the table, who will be our analyst. And we were describing how this is a 20-day Rocket League tourney played online with 20 teams. Now we've gone through the group leagues, group stages, and we're at the knockout stages. 20 teams dwindle down to 8 contested positions. And this is becoming so much more interesting. But before we go into describing what happened in the recent events, let's take a look at what's making this tourney so worth it. The prize pool. I couldn't mention it the last time. Let's look at it now. We've got 20,000 rupiah in the prize pool. 10k going to first place, second place getting 7k, and third place will be happy to take home 3k. Now, I also mentioned that there was an MVP prize as well. eLife was amazing enough to provide us with this 32-inch smart TV by TCL for the MVP of the final match. All right, so it's up to the teams who go to first and second. It's going to be out of those 6 players, one of them is going to get it. All right, so I'm sorry I'm like rushing through this. We're really behind schedule. There is a slide that I would like to show you, which is just to recap the stats of what's happened in the group stages. We're first going to look at the top 8 teams through the tables, all right? So according to the goals differences. Sorry, we had a little bit of a technical issue, a little bit of a glitch, if I may. But yeah, I mean, that's the groups, the top 8 teams from the group standings. I am slightly disappointed at my lack of a slide. And we're back.
Right, here we go.
All right, so you can see the way we rank them is according to the games differences, actually. The wins on the left and the losses on the right. Vector had a clean sweep all the way to the end. 4 matches played, 4 matches won. And just to recap, each match is actually a best of 5 games, all right? So that's why you've got the Baguettes with 4 wins and still that 1 on the end. That means they conceded 1 game. Mooney, would you like to describe the rest of the table for me?
Sure thing. I would also like to add that any team that came from Vector's group, I think which is Group C, does have a little bit of a statistical anomaly in the sense that one of the teams forfeited and were disqualified. So one of the wins here is just a 3-0 that you get from the forfeiture, right? But even moving that aside, let's take a look at all the rest of these guys. Juice, Storm, EVG, NONPAREIL, another team which benefited from the forfeiture, Capalot, and 13. All of these have proven themselves to be some of the best teams that we've seen play in the tourney so far. And taking a look, you can see that a lot of them, their win-loss ratio is basically the same. It's just that the game difference that really kind of puts them in a hierarchy. And out of all of them, I think it's quite impressive that Baguettes only conceded 1, Vector conceded none. You know, I think that overall, it's also quite kind of interesting that PROFATS NONPAREIL only conceded only conceded one match with 3 games lost, and that was to Vector. So all
right,
of these teams are basically teams we wish would take on each other, and now they finally are.
Be careful what you wish for, because tonight's matches are going to be really interesting in that sense. Now we've actually got some stats as well. Our statistician finally showed up and did the calculations, not on his phone, guys. No, he used a calculator for this. So we're going to be looking at those numbers now. First of all, we've got the most saves by Zam. Zam plays for 13, and as you can see, he's got 5 MVPs in his bag, and his overall score as nearly 7K. All right, so
7 saves. Man's been busy. Wow.
Yube, what do you think about like how his performance has been for 13?
Well, he seems like the backbone of 13 currently, like mostly the third man, I guess, on 13 side with that many saves. I guess he's not a player we would top at.
And then let's look at the next number that we've got as well. I forgot to mention one thing. He is actually even the top scorer for his team too. So can you imagine his like rotations? I'm talking about Zam, and now we're here talking about the maximum assists that we've gotten, and that's 23 assists by Classico. Now in a game as competitive as this, with as much formations and rotations as you can see, this fast-paced and everything, assists play a very large part, and Classico has been playing his part for his team here. But sadly, that is a team that's been knocked out, so he couldn't assist them in winning, though.
Yeah, that's ouch. Hey, look at that! It's our good friend Skeppert. I always loved watching Skeppert play.
I like how Da is taking most of the like stats, because even though they're knocked out, they still have really high stat scoring.
Oh yeah, while we're talking about Dung, I would also like to mention that Da currently is, I think, the team that scored the most in any one game in this tournament so far, with 14 goals. So that's probably where all of this came from. Skeppert was on fire that night. That was, I'm taking a look back, day 7 of this tournament. So basically about a little over a week ago. It was one heck of a night where Da took on Clockwise.
And this is a stat I am not surprised at. Trezor and Nizo for EVG, they've been a power play, like a power couple. I didn't want to make it so romantic, but there it is. It was romantic to watch them, and Trezor really nailed the maximum MVPs for this tourney so far. He's secured 10 MVPs. He's got more chances compared to the dub players because EVG is still in the game for the knockouts as well. Look at the amount of saves he's done as well. Just 2 below Zam though. 25 saves.
And the goals, like what's the difference between like the highest and his goals? I mean,
I think it was about 4, like 4 numbers down. But yeah, that's about the stats that we've had so far in the group league. Obviously, we'll be showing you the stats in the knockout stages as well. But before we get there, the winners of this tourney aren't the only winners we care about. We also care about the lucky draw winners. We've got 2 lucky draw prizes, okay, for 2 lucky draw winners every night. One is a Mandu Musk case, and the other one is a pizza from Pizza Bona. I didn't want to say pizza from Bona, but yeah. So we are very happy to like run that lucky draw for everyone, and the way that you can participate is you just gotta type GG in whichever stream you're watching, as we're multicasting. You can type GG in YouTube or Twitch or even Facebook, wherever you're watching us. Drop a GG in, and that means you are entitled to be part of the raffle for the lucky draw winners of tonight. We've got an exciting match coming up first as well. We've got such a delay, but Juice is gonna be taking on 13. All right, we've got Vector taking on Storm. We got the Baguettes taking on PROFATS NONPAREIL. I'm just going to shortly describe what I think about those teams. Juice, Ace Combat. 13, one of those teams that we felt could steamroll the tourney if they really put their backs into it. Vector, that really dark horse of this tourney as well for me, because I've been told a lot of scary things about Vector. Storm, has taken this tourney by storm, obviously. And the Baguettes has been my favorite team to watch because of how they play, how coordinated they are. And then Mooney's favorite, PROFATS NONPAREIL, just for the fact that they showed up late because of a forfeiture, and they managed to wow us, right? What do you think, Mooney?
They stood out quite a lot. Yeah, I was completely blown away by their debut. I think that looking at these teams, there are now no weak links in this chain. It's basically, strength versus strength. And I'm looking forward to each and every one of these matches because I think we might see, my prediction at least, is that we might see less goals, but each goal is probably going to be a little bit more spectacular or a little bit more ridiculous because the skill ceiling is now sky high.
That's like another thing that I would like to mention is that we've got 3 matches tonight. We've got 8 teams in the knockout stages, which means one more of the knockout stage match is going to be happening. Of the upper bracket is going to be happening tomorrow night. Okay, these are the first 3 matches of the upper bracket. We'll get into more details once these matches conclude so that everybody would be able to follow it a lot better because it took me 45 minutes and I still don't understand it. We're waiting for our technical team to draw it out for me, but while they do that, you guys want to jump into the first match of the night?
Please, it's Juice, right? I'm so excited to see them play.
Now. I need to see this.
All right, guys, I'll be watching it live from here. You, Moonis on commentary, and Yube on analyst, and Aksam here screaming in the
background.
Stands. Yeah. All right, you guys have fun. Okay, I'll catch you after.
Thank you. All right. Hi, everybody. This is day 15 of Dhiraagu Supersonic, and we're about to see the first match of the night, which is going to be Juice taking on 13. Just to give everybody just a bit of brief overview of each team, Juice has been doing really well in the tournament so far, and they've been steamrolling every team that they've come across. And 13, so far, their performance, I would say, is skilled, but somewhat flawed. So I'm hoping that they would improve in the knockout stages here. But anyway, 5 minutes on the clock and we have kickoff once again. Let's see how things go. Ball currently on the Juice side of the pitch. Zero trying to set something up. Zam now shooting at the goal. Unfortunately, the accuracy was not quite there. It's pretty well defended, and hey, there we go. Our well-known player Yogurt now slowly trying to create an opportunity. Raf, another dangerous Juice player. These players have kind of become like low-key household names around these parts, based on their performance in the tourney so far. So it's really nice to see like names that stood out from each individual group come together like this. 4 minutes, 4 seconds, 4 minutes, 3 seconds, and Zero scores the first goal. Let's take a look at that replay. What happened?
13 draws first blood, and we're seeing them play very differently, a little bit more organized this time. Like they're really bringing in the A game for the knockout stage.
The first
really standard setup from Leo and Zero just dunking it in.
Ooh. The first thing that I noticed about 13 when we saw them play in this tourney was how absolutely aggressive they were, right?
Yeah.
We kept saying, hey, maybe they should build up their defense, and those guys just kept scoring so many goals that even if they conceded, they still won. Like, as in they conceded a few, they still won. And that was quite impressive to me. But now this seems to be like a version of 13 that's basically reinvented, re-energized, you know? Because they're not playing that same kind of aggressive wild game anymore. It seems very mechanically superior, as you might put it. What do you think? I feel like these guys understand, or at least are implementing an understanding of a game that's on a different level than what we saw before.
Well, I feel like they always did, and then they really couldn't find how it's the team play up until the knockout stages, because we are currently seeing them in their best, and we know this because like these are really like veteran players who understand the game very deeply.
Yogurt with the equalizer, 2 minutes 57 seconds. These goals are not going to be coming easy, so you can bet that this is going to cause a lot of ripples on both sides. The pressure is immense here. Whichever team loses from this match will fall into the lower bracket and will have that much more of a harder time getting to the finals. So Yeah, I'm pretty like hyped to see what happens. Nice setup there by Yogurt, and Humus tries to attack, but I think 13 defended quite well as well. Trying to clear it, but Raph got in the way, but unfortunately it wasn't enough. Humus now clearing. Zero returns it by interception. Raph still getting in the way. Is it just me, or has Juice kind of not been playing in that fast pace that we see them play? Do you think that that's the sort of thing that we're seeing right now?
Well, 13 kind of got control of the momentum with that goal at first. Now I see Juice like slowly getting back the mojo. And see, you can see Raph doing his bump plays on the defense and opening up the goals.
Those were two extremely narrow opportunities. Like, that could have been a goal either time, but still somehow the defense held and things are okay. Oh, could this be a goal? Oh my god! That was basically a goal, but it just rolled out. I don't know, maybe gravity is pulling in another direction near the goal. 1 minute 50 seconds and counting. And oh my goodness. I gotta see the replay on that one. Okay,
Raph outplayed Leo right there with that dunk.
Damn, I gotta say, that was a really nice goal. Even though it seemed like it was a simple maneuver, I guess the psychology of it, right? Because he kind of baited Leo to come and challenge him, but he ended up kind of dunking in that situation. Pretty nice goal.
We're seeing like Juice with a really good transition from offense to defense, a really clean rotation, and Raph really putting in a lot of work when it comes to setting up and then kind of disrupting the players by bumping into them. Like, it's his special move, and then his freestyle is not something. So it's something you need to keep an eye on for.
Yeah, and the interesting thing about Juice is that Yogurt is one of the members in it, and he currently holds the Grand Champion rank for one of the series that went past before, right? But that doesn't mean that he's the only player to look for. In fact, so far, we've seen Raph be more of a wild card than Yogurt, where Yogurt might be consistently awesome. Raph just swings wildly between amazing and what's he up to? It's always entertaining to watch him play. Anyway, Leo now taking the ball and dribbling ahead, but Juice steals it away. A lot of pressure on 13. 40 seconds and counting. They need that equalizer, and they need it super soon. Because if they concede any game here, it could be disastrous for them going forward. So, 30 seconds remaining. Raph now with the ball. He was moving backwards just now. That's just stylish as heck. Ooh, another attempt on the goal, and unfortunately it did not go in. Zero trying to make something happen here. The defense is being very tough on them.
This Raph again with the offense. It's like he's everywhere at the same time. I don't know, man.
Yeah, he's just rotating all on his own. Like, he's got his own rotation going on. Oh! 3 seconds on the clock, and Leo equalizes. See, this is what I was talking about. Now that we're done with the group stage, there's not going to be much in the way of perfect sweeps. It's always going to be hard-fought matches, hopefully. And we have tense moments like this. 3 seconds on the clock, 2 goals each side, and we have kickoff. Oh my goodness. We could go into overtime if the ball touches the ground, and we do. But I was gonna say that if the ball is sent into either goal without hitting the ground after it goes to 0-0-0, the match could still kind of be turned around. Oh my goodness, that was a really close one. Oh, another really close one for 13. What is Juice doing? All right, Zam there. That was the player we were just talking about. Before the match began. Yogurt now defending, but like very slowly, almost as if like he has a meticulous idea of where to put the ball. And I like what Ruff did there. He was moving somewhat slowly, but when the other player came, he immediately boosted and sent the ball in some other direction. A good way to prevent like an interception, I guess. Oh, nice bit of defending. 42 seconds of overtime and counting up. Hubert, what do you think about what you've seen from both teams so far?
Well, so far 13 has upped the ante with the, I'd say, whole play. We haven't really seen this level of play from them in the in the group stage. Currently, they're holding a candle to Juice, one of the top teams, I would say, in the whole tourney. We expect them to be in the finals, and 13 is actually giving them a run for their money.
Very much so. Oh! And with that, Juice score the third goal, the golden goal, you might say. They are now 3-2, and with that, the first game goes to Juice. Juice draws first blood. Interesting. And as you said, 13 seems to be a team evolved right now. This is not at all similar to the 13 that we've been seeing so far, but I welcome it because this seems to be a more well-rounded team, and they're definitely putting a lot of pressure on Juice. When we were talking about Juice earlier on in the group stage, it seemed like they could be one of the teams that have the potential to go all the way to the grand finals, at least from that's what it seemed like back then.
Yeah.
But now we are seeing 13 just basically come up and meet them on equal footing. The fact that these guys played more than a minute of overtime without anyone conceding goals just shows how good both teams are. But in any case, what do you think 13 need to do now to respond to what Juice just did?
Well, they've not really gotten a chance to make opportunities. They had for goals, they didn't really get to do anything because Juice was really oppressive with the offense. Raf really disrupting the flow by bumping into the players almost all the time. He sets up, he just takes one of the defenders with him, or if 13 tries to make a setup, then he just disrupts that as well. So Raf is somebody you need to keep an eye out for, while Yogurt is somebody who is really good in the air. But then again, 13's got Leo, who is also on par with Yogurt. So I feel like they should change up how direct they are with their attacks and try something else. And
Maybe
we could
something
see
like scoring, attempting goals from non-traditional attacks, non-traditional setups, maybe even shooting from a distance. That could work.
Yeah, or they could make a
Ooh.
dribble play because Juice would mostly be in the offense with two players, the first and the second man being either on the mid side or near the goal. They could try dribbling it away and then challenging the third man and winning.
I think Yogurt just got demoed. Let's see if these guys can take advantage of this. Oh, Zero! Nice bit of defending by Juice. 4 minutes 32 seconds and counting. Oh, and Zam scores again. That was quite nice. Let's take a look at that replay. He kind of set it up for himself off the wall, right? And he just bumped into it as well. So it's like a 1-2, I guess, if you could call it that. But anyway, 13 has drawn first blood again in terms of goal scoring. And now Juice. Oh, what the? Okay, I can't even. I don't even remember what I was saying. I need to see the replay. What the
Zam
heck?
with that kickoff goal, damn.
My goodness. I don't. This is something we usually see on the group stage, so I guess Juice is kind of just getting a bit of a rude awakening right now. It's like, no, you guys can't relax, you can't leave the goal open like that. We're here. Anyway, Yogurt trying to take the ball forward. Oh! That was a great shot, but unfortunately the accuracy wasn't there. If it was, that was heading straight for the goal. There was nobody there that could have stopped it. But anyway, Zam now sending the ball forward to the Juice side. Returned by Humus. Leo going for it, but I think he missed that one. Leo is going for it again in front of the goal, but the defender manages to clear-ish it. Okay, it's cleared. Zam now on the defense. Yogurt. Zero and Leo stole the ball from Yogurt, but he's still in the game. He's not given up. Zam now sending it into another direction, probably trying to set it up for his teammates, but Yogurt took the ball. Yeah, 13 probably hates it when he does that. But anyway, the current score is 2-0, which is very... well, I spoke too soon. 2-1. Raf scores. I was going to say that it's actually a bit bad for Juice because even though they may have won the first game, 13 could always come back from behind and equalize or something like that, which would basically reset the score, I suppose, set it back to where it was. But in any case, we have 3 minutes 32 seconds on the clock, and we have kickoff.
Yeah, 13 really did a great job on those two goals, but if they if Juice catches them making any mistake, they'll capitalize on it instantly, like that last goal.
These are great opportunities that are just being missed. I don't know what to make of this. And Humus, have you noticed, from Juice has been a little underrated this match, or maybe understated is the right word. He is a very talented player. He also does make pretty interesting plays, but I haven't heard or seen much from him so far. It's just Raf and Yogurt that's the more prominent ones. What do you think about that?
Well, mostly I feel like that's because Hummus has been like clearing the ball, and Yogurt and Raph has mostly been trying to make plays on the ball, so we don't really notice.
What a nice bit of defending there as well. Yeah, that's probably it. You know, usually Hummus is like a very underrated player. You know, the backbone of a lot of their setups. I feel. You know, so could this be another goal? A bunch of players are crowded together, and anything could happen really. Yogurt versus Leo, and it would seem that the defender is able to clear the ball. Hummus. Maybe he heard us talk and maybe he's about to take a more active role. He sends it off to Raph. Raph loses the ball.
Using a demo.
Yeah,
trying to
clear
make
the
something
goal,
happen.
I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. He's a
Yogurt.
mechanical wizard, so we should be expecting anything from him.
Absolutely. And the interesting thing right now is that Juice are under pressure for sure, but the chance to equalize is just one goal away, you know? So anything they can do to keep 13 away from their goal while pressuring 13, I think is the way to go. And so far, we're not really seeing 13 be able to hold on to their offensive edge so readily. It just stays for a while before Juice comes in again. And overall, I feel like Juice has a better control of the match so far. What do you think?
Juice so far has been controlling the pace of the match, and 13 on the other hand responding really well. And then those two goals, like it was really fortunate for them to get that kickoff goal. So
Yes.
like all they need to do is like defend, but it's not easy against a team like Juice because they always try to set up and get goals. Like they never play that defensively. They always
Exactly.
between offense and defense, really 50-50 from both sides.
1 minute remaining, and I'm also going to point out that as far as I've seen Juice play, they seem to be one of the teams that like to do multiple things with the same move, right? So the clear might also be a setup. The setup might also be a demo. Like, you see a lot of mechanical depth in the way that they play, and that's quite cool to watch. And of course, all of the players are really well coordinated. Oh, Yogurt! Oh my goodness, 30 seconds remain, and Yogurt with the equalizer. I knew that goal was coming even before it happened because it just was set up so nicely. Like, everything fell into place. The first man basically managed to get rid of all the defenders and leave it open, and that, beautiful.
A double commit from 13 side on the defense, really let that goal be wide open for Yogurt.
They might be nervous. Oh my goodness! Immediately 13 answers with a goal of their own. 25 seconds on the clock, y'all. This is swinging wildly this way and that way. Now, me as a spectator, I would like to see 13 take just one game to have it be a little bit more equal. But if Juice fight hard and show us some awesome goals and win, I'm down for it. But I don't think we're gonna see any sweeps or anything like that. These teams seem too high caliber to just, let that sort of thing happen. Anyway, Raph now trying to create an opportunity. Yogurt. Could this be an equalizer? Ooh. Nice bit of defending from 13. Raph once again.
It's Raph. Get the setup.
Oh my goodness! 6 seconds on the clock and we have the equalizer again. What is this match, y'all? The score now stands at 3-3 with 6 seconds on the clock. And either one of two things can happen. Either a team scores within 6 seconds, not impossible, or we go into overtime. Either way, this is going to be an entertaining one. And
Raph probably one of the best players in this whole tournament because so far he's shown unbelievable skill in his mechanical plays.
Absolutely, and it looks like we are going into overtime. Oh no! Wow, that was really a great opportunity. Yeah. It's like, yep, Juice takes it again, but nope. Oh, another empty-ish looking goal. Every second here in overtime is a little terrifying because you don't know how this is going to swing in the end. Just so viewers who are not too familiar with Rocket League are caught up, usually in Rocket League matches or games... Oh my goodness! Sorry, before I was interrupted by the amazing play on the screen. Usually in Rocket League games, the time is 5 minutes and we count down from it. But when it's overtime, it's actually counting up. So we have 40 seconds and counting, and it looks to be like a pretty brutal, if it's somewhat equally matched match. Yogurt now sending the ball forward. Immediately, 13 responds. Raph now sending it forward. The defenders immediately...
Raph went for a 1v3 challenge there.
Yeah, and he did pretty well, I would say. Zero now taking the ball towards the goal. Oh my god, could this be an opportunity? Where's the second man? What? Leo now sending the ball high up into the air. Raf clears it while defending. That's that thing I was talking about. They do multiple things with the ball at the same time sometimes, and that's quite impressive. Very efficient plays. Yogurt. 1 minute 27 seconds of overtime played. Oh! And Juice takes game number 2. Now we are in a lot of pressure right now, at least if we were 13. See, because if Juice wins game number 3, that's a perfect sweep. Wasn't really expecting that. But that also means 13 drops in lower bracket. So if you were 13, or at least if you could advise 13, what do you think their approach should be to respond to this really tense situation that they've found themselves in?
I feel like most of the goals from Juice's side, they got because 13 was a bit too nervous, I think, and then they had a lot of misses after the third goal, from Juice. In the overtime, they started missing a lot of balls, in the defense also, when they missed contact with the ball, that's how the goal was conceded. So they need to find a way to deal with the tension and the situation they're in, because this last match kind of decides who wins, right? So they can't afford any misses. They need to be perfect on the defense, and most of the time I feel like the backboard's a little bit too open from 13 side, which Juice currently takes a lot of control from that, because Raf and Yogurt are really terrifying when they start setting up, and then they go for these pass plays, because you see them play really aggressively, really strong shots, and they can respond to it really fast, but 13 kind of slow on the response. So maybe try to be more aware of that and don't underestimate whatever they can throw at them.
I think that Juice is a team that has proven itself to be one of the top teams in the tournament so far. So if I were in 13's shoes, I would not take it easy until the final second ran out, right? And if they couldn't respond to pressure before, now they're in the most pressure they will be in this match unless they can win. So I wonder what's going to happen to them. Oh, and immediately within 5 seconds, Juice scores. Yogurt. Could this be 13 losing its nerve? I sure hope not, because they were putting up a pretty good fight before. We were talking about how Juice had trouble getting into their usual flow and their usual play, but now it seems like Juice has finally settled into that groove that really makes them so distinctive, but 13 is kind of struggling to keep up, and that's not something that we wanted to see, mostly because we thought that 13 also did fight really hard to get here. So I'm hoping to see 13 as well kind of calm down and get their heads in order and just do some really cool stuff, score some really cool goals. That was a great opportunity there for Zam, but unfortunately the ball was a little too high, and Yogurt goes for the goal. I think he missed, so it might not have been a good save in that regard, but that was definitely a nice save by 13. The score is currently 1-0, minutes 10 seconds and counting. Zero now taking it forward. Raf on the defense. Raf intercepted. Leo tried to take the ball from him, but I think Leo missed. And what a long-range ball there. That could have gone into the goal if the accuracy were a little bit high, but it was good enough to scare 13, so that's maybe the intention there. And now the ball is dangerously close to the Juice side of the pitch. A great setup by Zam, but it was intercepted by Juice. Yogurt now sending the ball forward, and there are 3 defenders, and Zero especially going up against Yogurt. Oh, I think he just got bumped.
Yeah, all of them are trying this 1v3. Most of them just, on the goal, just trying to defend it as hard.
And because of all of this defending, I don't really see them making super aggressive attacks, right? And it's worrying me, because even though you have the most solid defense in the world, you can't win unless you score. But in any case, Raf doesn't have that problem. He's just going around here and there trying to create opportunities along with Hummus and Yogurt. What a narrow miss there. That could have been a goal if it wasn't for luck. And 13 won't get lucky like that every time, so they need to score that equalizer ASAP. 2 minutes 50 seconds and counting down. The ball once again on the 13 side of the pitch. Humus there with a near miss, a demolition in the middle of the pitch. Yogurt sending the ball back, and he's there with it, trying to create a setup for his team. But there was nobody else to pick it up, unfortunately. Zero and Leo now trying to take the ball forward and possibly score. Ooh!
Carrying the steal with us.
Zam with those long-range goals. Wonderful. Let's take a look at that replay. Yuba, that's something special. Like, look at that.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
It's the top scorer on 13 side, and I mean that's what we would expect from him. Maybe he could carry this game, but who knows? Like the other two needs to really help him with setups and the defense, or else like Juice is gonna take this one again.
I agree. I think that 13 need to kind of calm down, maybe bring a little bit more... Oh, what a great save by Juice. As I was saying, they need to bring a little bit more order into this chaotic way that they're kind of challenging Juice. And I also noticed that 13 is a little bit more on the defense, and we need to kind of get them to be more offensive so that Juice would fall back and can't just keep hammering their goal. They will only get lucky so many times, and they're already 2 games... having a 2-game deficit to Juice. So 13 need to win. They need to win real soon. And Leo, that's like your 4th or 5th similar miss today. Is there a tactic you're trying to pull off that you're just having a little trouble with, or is it just bad luck? I need to know, because you're a great player, but today I'm seeing something like you flipping over the ball a few times instead of really hitting it. It's a bit strange. Anyway, Zero intercepts Juice. Now the ball is inside the Juice side of the pitch. Zam! Oh! And Yogurt just manages to get it out of the way. There's Leo now taking the ball forward. I wonder what's going to happen here. Yogurt and Leo kind of challenging each other. Oh, great opportunity.
Over-comment on Leo's side in the offense there. That he should have just when he couldn't get a goal, he could have just gone back.
Oh no! 1 minute 4 seconds in, Yogurt scores. And here's the thing, if 13 lose this one, they're knocked down into the lower bracket, and they only have one more opportunity to even stay in the tourney, right? And if
it's gonna be 13's gonna be the first team to go to the lower bracket, so it's gonna be really stressful for them to keep it up there. So they should really try their best not to go down there, and then they have under 1 minute to get 2 goals. Yeah.
I think just the equalizer is enough for now, and maybe focus on the overtime, to kind of calm down and figure something out. But for now,
overtime is also going to be really nerve-wracking for 13. But you're right.
Because of the position they're in, right? Because it's 2-0. Oh! Leo scores the equalizer with 31 seconds. Now that is the Leo that I am more familiar with. Well done, my guy. That was a pretty nice goal. Nice setup by his teammate as well. And 2 players from Juice trying to defend, but it wasn't enough. And 13 are still in the game. Do not give up, And anyway, we have kickoff. 31 seconds on the clock, and we have kickoff. 30 seconds remaining. And this game could go in either direction, although it does seem like Juice have a more solid hold on the pace of the game. Oh! That could have been the goal that really did it for 13, but unfortunately, it was just missing that final touch. Less than 10 seconds now. Leo sets it up for his team. Yogurt trying to get it out of there. Ball goes up into the air, and I think we're about to have overtime unless this is a goal for 13. Dangerously close to the Juice side of the pitch. How is the ball still live? Okay, here we go. Overtime. That's more like it. If Juice wins, we're about to have a perfect sweep, which is something that I totally did not expect to see coming in this stage of the tourney, because I thought that the days of the perfect sweep were gone. I was actually happy thinking that we would no longer see games where the score is so one-sided. But hey, I can at least take some comfort in saying that 13, if they do lose, which they haven't so far, if they do lose, that they would have at least put up a really good fight in the meantime, because Juice are not having it easy.
Yeah, they're probably the first team to have pushed Juice to like this extent. Normally we don't see these like this many amount of goals. Normally it's like 6-5 goals, and the other team not being even able to score one.
Oh my goodness, what a great opportunity here for 13! Yes! That is exactly what I wanted to see. Well done, 13. They now have their first game under the belt, and there might be a fighting chance for them yet. And now the match continues, you know? So we might be seeing a score that looks a little bit like 2-2 or 1-3 or 2-3. I'm not really sure. But if 13 are able to continue this winning streak and win without conceding any, it would be a reverse sweep, which, as some people might know who've been watching the tournament, is like literally my favorite thing about Rocket League. So, and just in case anybody doesn't know what that is, a reverse sweep is when you are in a losing position and you come back and just win 3 or however many games without conceding any. But anyway, you saw this last one. What are your thoughts? It seems like 13 is really in trouble.
Well, 13 so far really putting up a good fight, and most of the times Juice winning. Like, yeah, they have control of the pace, but the first 2 matches they won, I'd say they like fought really hard for it. And 13 always had a chance to win because mostly it was like the difference of 1 goal. And Zam really putting in a lot of work for carrying his team. So if Zero and Leo can support him even a bit, like they need to support him or play at the same level as him, then they can definitely do a reverse sweep. I mean, they've clawed their back from this losing the series, right? So we could see a really hard fought match.
I am pretty excited to see it. Now, Juice is currently on the cusp of winning. All they need is 1 game to take the whole match, right? Because currently the score is Juice 2 and 13 1. So being in this top position, or rather the more favorable position, I should say, what do you think Juice's strategy should be? Do they even need one?
Well, I would say their strategy so far in every match worked for them,
Near miss.
but
Yeah.
they need to be like. I'd say the best strategy they've done so far is the one in the first match, like against 13, when they played really aggressively.
Wow.
Like the shots came really strong, and 13 could not react to any one of them. Like Raph was hitting the ball, like Hummus was also going really hard for the goal, which was kind of hard for 13 to defend against, but it's really hard to pull off. So we could be seeing something like that.
That's, yeah, I mean, Juice's whole thing is mechanical superiority and unrelenting, like, attacks on the goal, right? So, 13, if they can't keep up with it, they might be in a bit of trouble. But so far, in the last game, we've seen 13 take it, and 4 minutes, 0 seconds, I guess, and counting, and so far there have been no goals conceded. And I think that 13 is actually putting up a better fight this time than before, alright? Wow, look at that great defending.
Double commits in the midfield by 13, which is not a good idea, because you already saw like what happens when you overcommit to something and the rotation's a bit off.
Ruff has done it again. 3 minutes 39 seconds on the clock, and Ruff, wow. That's a very classic Ruff goal, you know, like bringing the ball up in the air, dribbling it like from a long distance away and just kind of draining it into the goal. That seems like a very Ruff kind of goal. Like we've seen him do this many times. And now it is on 13 to score the equalizer. Once again, if 13 lose here, they'll fall into the lower bracket immediately. So Juice, they have to do whatever it takes to win. They have 3 minutes 20 seconds and counting to do so, and currently they have 1 goal. So, I mean, that's not a metaphor. They literally have 1 goal that they've scored, and they also have 1 goal, which is to keep their lead. Anyway, 13 now trying to come out an offense, I think, but the defending is very strong. It seems like their players are not able to get like a good handle on the ball. Hummus going for the ball that Leo dropped, and that was an own goal conceded by 13, I think. Let's take a look at that. Bouncing off the wall, and Leo.
Going to the goal, and I guess Leo made a miscalculation there, which led him to hit the ball. A lot of double commit from both sides.
Things are looking worse for 13. Worse than they have so far in the match. Now they have 2 minutes 45 seconds to score 2 goals. And they had so much trouble with scoring even one. So I'm not sure where this one's gonna go. We might just see a 3-1 sort of match where Juice Juice just takes it. But still, 13 is not a team to be taken lightly. So if they can even now kind of pull themselves together, they still stand a pretty decent chance of doing something amazing here, I think. But anyway, Leo now. Ooh! Oh! What a narrow miss! That is just bad luck. Poor guys. Anyway, 2 minutes 5 seconds and counting. Ruff now taking the ball forward. It could be another setup for another attack. Yogurt going at it aggressively. Hummus off the backboard and... Yep.
The mechanical wizard strikes again.
Yep, there you go. Ruff scores again. It was a setup by Yogurt off the backboard, and that was just cut and dry. I don't know. Can 13 score 3 goals in a minute 53 seconds against one of the better teams in the tourney?
Well, the rotation from Juice Juice's side is really clean, so it's really hard for 13 to mount any offense, and Zam can't really carry always. Like, his team needs to work really hard because he's doing everything he can.
No. Yeah, for sure he is, and you can always you can almost see how whenever 13 try to take the ball forward, it always dies in the midfield, meaning that they don't have a strong enough foothold there, right? But still, Juice Juice is now trying to make it goal number 4. So I'll say this, all right? Even if 13 do lose here, I'm just happy it wasn't a perfect sweep because, you know, we've moved past the need for perfect sweeps in the tourney. Anyway, 1 minute 7 seconds and counting. Ball in the 13 side of the pitch. Things are starting to look a little one-sided. It seems that 13 might be panicking. 1 minute remaining. What can even be done to turn things around? Zero! Oh no!
Oh,
Accidentally ended up creating an opportunity for Juice Juice there. And Raph just sent it into the open goal just gently. This is sad. But hey, just to remind everybody that 13, even though they may lose here, and despite the fact that it's the knockout stages, they're not gonna be eliminated. It is double elimination, so they're just gonna lose their 1 life, meaning that the next time they lose, then they're out. Anyway, we have kickoff once again. I think that at this point it's safe to say that it might be Juice Juice's game. Maybe it's a little presumptuous of me to say so, but like 4 goals in 30 seconds, that doesn't seem statistically possible. I mean, okay, there's goal 1, and it's 24 seconds. I guess 13 are determined to prove me wrong. I'll say this. If you guys can score 3 goals in 24 seconds, I will be like so impressed. You would have made me an instant fan. But anyway, we have a kickoff once again. It seems like it's Juice Juice's game, but with all these like strange goals coming from here and there, who can say? 15 seconds and counting. Zam. Leo going for the ball, but Leo missed that one. Less than 10 seconds remain. I think it's time to call it. It looks like it's going to be Juice Juice's. Are they going to score 1 more goal? I guess that's the only question that really remains. I guess not. Whew. All right, so that was the first match from day 15 of Dhiraagu Supersonic, which is the first day of the knockout stage of the tournament. Juice Juice versus 13. 13 has now been knocked down into the lower bracket. So, Yupe, what do you think about the overall match that you just saw?
Well, that was a really interesting match. 13 playing way better than we've ever seen them play, and Juice Juice, you know, performing as well as they always have, and possibly seeing even a better play in the first match with those really strong shots, and something like they played in a way that 13 could not respond to the attacks they were going for. But a lot of misses from 13 side because I guess the pressure was getting on them. But they'd go to the lower bracket, so they would have another life, and they get to try again. So it's really, it's a very fair tournament in that way. Hey, Aksam.
I'm sad to see 13 lose this one. I especially thought that they had a pretty decent chance of actually talking Juice. But like the level of play, like it went from kind of here to here as the match went on, and it was devastating to see. Because clearly these are talented players, clearly they have so much potential. They do work together well too, I'm talking about 13 here. But then as the pressure mounted, it seems that they were just getting in their own way, and it just didn't feel good. I don't know. What do you think, Aksam? Like, how you feeling right now?
Well, that match, that was really, how can I say, emotional. Because I saw how this team that we've been watching really closely get up to this position, and then finally like getting how can I say, battered down in this sense. Like their ego was slowly unwrapped as well as the matches went on. Like they had really good coordination at first, but I can almost hear Leon Ivan screaming at his teammates. But the most of the misses and like misfires, most of the double commits was also on his end. So I feel like maybe 13 got it to their heads in a way, let the pressure get to them of the match that they were playing. But Juice, though, on the other end, Juice had a lot of really good coordination. We saw Yogurt changing up his tactics a lot in this, because we've seen how Yogurt gets locked down really easily in the matches we saw him earlier. But in this match, you could see that he was a playmaker. He was also like creating opportunities and taking them. But Ruff, on the other end, though, Ruff is the star.
He was playing on another level.
Yeah, Ruff was really I would say, the spear of Juice today. Like he's the tip of the attack, and that's his one thing, and he did it so well. And in any case,
as well,
Hummus.
You would also notice like on the side of 13, Zam and Zero. Zam with his amazing saves, and Zero was in the middle. He had the lowest score in some of the matches, but he had the most touches on the ball because he was constantly deflecting in the middle, like trying to throw away the whole game. But
he was trying to give them a foothold in the midfield, right? We could kind of see them struggling towards it. And hey, not just to be doomy and gloomy or anything, congratulations Juice, a team that loves Juice so much they named themselves after it twice. Anyway, they're going to be remaining in the upper bracket, while 13 is going to be falling into the lower bracket, right? So yeah, I'm just glad it wasn't a perfect sweep. Thank God for that.
Before we go on to the next match, we would like to remind all of our viewers that we're not taking a break per se, but we will be going for a ad break. So we will catch you right in a minute.
Buona pizza buona visnata nujehene pizza kanya pizza buona pizzata buona pizza buona visnata nujehene pizza kanya pizza buona rahamire hum gamu dudalla iraloi bebe hitu go fadda banta taza kam go furala delivery nikan avas bulala ine sume nueng haten nueng ei male ine fe nueng haten nueng ulu male pizzata buona pizza buona.
Welcome back, guys. This is Dhiraagu Supersonic by Glitch Gaming. Meeting you here tonight once again is Aksam as your host, Monis on commentary, and Yube on analyst. We just saw a really exciting match, a really nail-biting experience of a match between Juice and 13. The first match of the knockout stages. This is match day 15. We've got a total of 5 more days to go until we crown the indisputable Rocket League champion. And before we get into details about that, everybody who's watching the stream, please feel free to spam all of our comment sections with GG, because it keeps things lively, and the stats also sound nice when you see 1,000 comments. But yeah, if you spam GG, you stand a chance to win either you stand a chance to win a Mastel case from Mandumas or a pizza from Pizza Bona. Free items, all right? And what happens is once you win, you're supposed to text our page so that we will be giving you a coupon with which you can redeem it. And as chance may have it, our last winner for a Mastel case was actually based in Malaysia, so his mom had to go pick it up. I mean, like,
Awesome.
making your mom do everything, right?
I think that maybe the mum is gonna be like, "Oh, hey, where'd the Mastel case come from? Video games? That's great. Play more games, guys." That's just an overall win. So good
And
for
leaving-
whoever that was.
and leaving behind that utopia that you just described, we're coming back to this reality where we're seeing these teams, 20 teams now down to 8, putting themselves out in the front of this huge, immense fight. And I think we're nearly ready for the next match as well. Let me just check with the technical team. We just need a few more minutes, but here are the matches for tonight. The next match we've got is Vector versus Storm. Two teams that I feel like we're repeating ourselves. We see so many teams of different skill sets, but the same amount of like adrenaline rush during every match. And Vector
For
Storm
sure.
is gonna be like that as well. Since we're running behind schedule, I just want to hear a little bit from you guys. What do you think is gonna happen in this next match?
I think that
Well-
out of overall the matches of tonight, I think this is the match that I'm the most excited for, right? Because Vector has so far proven to be a surprisingly dominant team. I love the way that they play. I love how well they challenge other top teams. I love how consistent they are with the way that they do things. I have never seen them on the back foot. I've never seen them stumble, even when they are not having the score advantage. They are always calm. At least that's the vibe I get. And Storm has been just clearing up game after game after game, kind of like a giant storm cloud just swallowing stuff. So now we have people who are known for their mechanical skill, who are cool-headed, going up against the perfect Storm. So I'm hype as heck.
What do you think, Yube?
Well, on one side, we've seen Vector perform at a level like to show off all they have, but I feel like Tom is keeping a lot of secrets, so those will be unveiled in this match. That's what I'm thinking. So we'll see.
Yeah, they haven't been presented with much of a challenge to actually unleash their full fury, you know, like fire, lightning, and all of that. So we are ready to jump into the next match. So I will leave you guys once again. And like I mentioned, because we're running on short on schedule, after the next match as well, we'll be jumping back into the third one of the night. So let's have some fun, boys.
All right. Thanks a lot, Aksam. Just to remind everybody, this is day 15 of Dhiraagu Supersonic, and we are about to see the second match of the night, which is Vector versus Storm. Once again, both of these teams are really good teams, and both of these teams did really well in their respective brackets. Their respective groups as well. So, Yube, how about you tell me a little bit about what your expectations are based on your experience watching both of these teams go up against other teams?
Well, I feel like Vector has a slight advantage against Storm because, like, Vector so far has shown to be really dominant, always performing at their peak level. Like, they don't really, like, get pushed back or cornered. Like, they always do what they do, and then they win every match, like, relentlessly. On Storm's side, I feel like they haven't been able to show what they can do completely, and like, I feel like we will see a new side of Storm, or we could be seeing Vector actually take this fairly easily. I'm not sure. So, like, I can't really say right now, but after the first match, after they feel each other out, we'd get to see how it goes. Yeah, we'd see how it goes.
Well, looking back at just the histories of both teams in terms of this tournament itself, Storm so far has gotten itself through the through the Group B through a bunch of perfect sweeps, right? And I mean, admittedly, these teams are not necessarily the toughest teams in the tournament or anything, but the fact that they were able to get through quite well is quite good. But on the other hand, Vector has not really conceded any games to any team in any of the matches that they've gone and played in, so it really is exciting. A clash of the titans. But anyway, 5 minutes on the clock and we have kickoff. Immediately, Astro for Storm takes the ball forward, and Infinite Margin just got demoed, Happy now taking the ball forward. Is he going to make another setup? Oh, what an opportunity. Where was the second/third man? Did he get demoed? Poor Infinite. Anyway, Astro now taking the ball.
From the, like, kind of shifted the ball speed really fast. So.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I ain't scores the first blood for Storm. And what a goal it was. It was kind of weirdly dead in front of the goal there. I don't know what happened. Nice little goal celebration there. Gigantic pair of hands. Anyway, 4 minutes 34 seconds and we have kickoff. Almost immediately the ball goes to the Vector side of the pitch. Infinite kind of intercepts it. Happy now taking it forward. Astro intercepting that one. And now it's been cleared. Put Roasted Toast on the defense here. Kind of an underrated player of Vector, I think. I think that he's pretty good as well. So I'm looking forward to seeing some more distinctive and exciting plays from Put Roasted Toast here. Anyway, he's taking the ball forward and he just scored. That's what I'm talking about, my guy. I want to see you do cool stuff like this. This is awesome. And now we have the equalizer, Yube. Please give people some rational analysis while I squeal in the background.
I mean, what's there to say? That was a nice setup from him from the like wall, and then him shooting it. But I'd like to mention where is the third man from Storm's side, which could have made it a little bit hard for him to score. Even though that was a beautiful
goal. It looked like 1v3 just now, right? Oh, an Infinite margin now taking the forward, creating an opportunity. Ball very much embedded on the Storm's side of the pitch so far. 1-1 is the score right now, and Happy now rushing to the defense. Could this be Storm mounting an attack? I guess not. Ball now is very much on the midfield, and Infinite clears it towards the goal, but the defenders managed to get that one. Astro now kind of stopping the momentum of the ball, and they're trying to clear it, but Put Roasted Toast sending it back to the Storm side of the pitch. Infinite and Happy, I think that was a double commit on the clear just then. I guess these guys are more nervous than they let on as well. We very rarely see this sort of
we're seeing a lot of double commits from Vector's side, even on the defense and in the midfield.
Ooh, Happy now taking the ball. I wonder what he's going to do with it. Hot Roasted Toast now taking the ball forward, and Astro manages to intercept and return it. Happy now trying to clear the ball. I think he just got bumped into by CZ. I Ain't now trying to make something happen. I Ain't was the player who scored the first time in this game anyway. Infinite, oh wait, no, that was Put Roasted Toast. Infinite now on the defense, and he does manage to intercept and prevent the ball from going into the Vector side of the pitch. Put Roasted Toast now trying to set it up for his teammates. Could this be something? Nice bit of defending there by Storm. 2 minutes, 28 seconds and counting. Whew, things are just going back and forth. Like, this seems pretty evenly matched. What would you say?
So far, we're seeing a lot of, like, I'd say it's a really fair match between both teams. Like, the skill levels are the same, and no team's really making a huge mistake, as I would say. So it really goes down to which team can come out on top.
Another dangerous moment there for Vector, as Storm just keeps the ball very much on Vector's side of the pitch, but now it's been cleared and it's back on Storm's side. So hey, look at that. Great setup there, but there wasn't anybody to take advantage of that one. So Happy once again trying to set something up, but Storm aren't making it easy. Looks like it's an empty goal with the third man, but unfortunately Storm could not take advantage of that one either. CZ. Happy now taking the ball forward. Could this be something? Astro steals the ball. Put Roasted Toast intercepting. Happy once again falling back and just making sure that the ball isn't in Storm's control, but I Ain't takes the ball. Put Roasted Toast, infinite margin sends it forward to Toast. And again intercepted by Storm. 1-1 is the score, and we have 1 minute 10 seconds and counting. This is just swinging wildly in either direction. Anyone could score at any point, and I am like literally on the edge of my seat. I have no idea who's gonna take this one. 1 minute remaining. Put Roasted Toast, nicely defended by Storm. Less than 55 seconds and counting. CZ now trying to create an opportunity. Once again, defended by Vector. Infinite margin now sending it towards, well, sort of the goal, but not really. Put Roasted Toast intercepting their attempt to clear Astro, and CZ now defending. Infinite Margin trying to intercept the ball, but CZ manages to do a nice setup for his team, but the defense was able to make sure that the player didn't get the contact that he wanted. 30 seconds remaining. I think we might see overtime unless somebody slips up in these very last precious seconds here. CZ now going back on the defense. Now he's trying to clear and also maybe do a setup. Astro there to pick up after him after the ball was intercepted. And 13 seconds on the clock. And it's worth noting that so far Vector has not conceded a single game in the tournament, and I think that that streak is about to end, but that's only because they're facing some of the top teams in the tournament, so it would be like highly improbable for them to go forward with like 0 games conceded. But anyway, we are now in overtime with 1-1. If you guys are supporting either one of these teams, I guess this is the point at which your heart rate starts to rise. Ooh, great attack by I Ain't, but nice bit of defending by Vector.
This is probably the most even back and forth we've seen from either teams in this whole tournament.
Yes, Storm has been basically steamrolling everyone, and to see them be in this deadlock of skill is just amazing to me. It just shows what a fantastic team Vector is as well. Happy now making a setup, Pot Roasted Toast waiting for his opportunity. The defense is just closing in, I don't even know. Infinite Margin. Wait, no, that was Pot Roasted Toast. Wait, no, that was Pot Roasted Toast. And it looks like CZ scores and Storm takes the first one. Wow. Vector has now officially conceded their first game in the tournament. And Storm has taken the first one 39 seconds into overtime. So the score is 2-1. This is very much a very evenly matched matchup, I think. So, Yube, what are your thoughts?
Well, both teams were like giving in this back and forth, and most of the goals were like, I'd say, really good outplays from either team, and that like around the end of the match, Vector was doing a lot of double commits on their side, so Storm didn't have that unnecessary pressure on them, so they comfortably scored that last goal in overtime. So Vector really needs to up the ante and, you know, clean it up in the comms and get like more objective on this and stop letting the pressure get to them.
Absolutely, and the fact that they've now conceded their first game so far, I hope that doesn't put too much of a pressure on them, you know, or perhaps we might find out that Vector is one of those teams that responds better when they're put in a corner. Either way, I like that we haven't seen any significant mistakes or just like super uncharacteristically weird or low-level plays that resulted in goals conceded. It has just been skill versus skill for 5 minutes straight and then some. So, you know, it's kind of got all of our heart rates up, but now Vector is going up against Storm for game number 2, and it looks like we're about to get started. So we have 5 minutes on the clock, and just like usual, because I'm more of a spectator kind of person, I'm gonna be rooting for Vector this time because they're currently the underdog. I just want to see an even match that gets drawn out and just kind of just shows us great plays from great teams. But anyway, that was a demolition just then. The ball very much on the Storm side. Astro just passed it backwards to CZ, who cleared it very nicely. Happy. Oh no! Astro, I guess technically scored, but that was a goal that Vector just conceded. I think they might be nervous. Unfortunately, I think it was Infinite Margin's touch that kind of made it happen, right? Oh well. Anyway, 4 minutes, 40 seconds and counting. Storm already with the lead. Things are not looking good for Vector, and I didn't think I'd say that so soon in the game. But anyway,
yeah, Vector can't really be making these mistakes in the knockout stage because like Storm would capitalize on them instantly. Like, this is the top tier teams versus the top tier teams. So any mistake you make is gonna be, you know, like answered very harshly by the opponent.
Absolutely, you can almost see them just looking for that opportunity. Oh, nice interception there by Pot Roasted Toast. Could this be a setup for one of his teammates? There are 2 defenders waiting on the walls like some kind of car Spider-Man. I don't know. Oh, what a close opportunity there for Vector. Like, that could have been a goal. But unfortunately, I guess Infinite was not in a position to score. Happy now on the defense, trying to clear the ball, maybe create an opportunity. Nope, Storm does not let that happen. 3 minutes 45 seconds and counting. Another attempt at the goal, and I8 scores goal number 2. What is happening, Vector? This isn't the kind of play that we're used to seeing from you. But hey, we still have 3 minutes 44 seconds. So what do you think Vector needs to do now to respond to the kind of onslaught that Storm is kind of bringing to the table?
Well, we're not seeing Vector's usual playstyle, which is a lot of, like, I'd say, setups from the midfield, like going into, you know, like the goal, a lot of air dribbles. Mostly we're seeing them getting cornered because Storm, not really letting the pressure get to them, but Vector, a lot of whiffs and a lot of double commits on their side, which leaves them wide open.
Which is very uncharacteristic of them, because I think we were noting just a couple of matches ago that Vector so far seem to be one of the teams that seems to have a lot of mechanical skill, right? They are really good with the mechanics of the game.
Yeah.
They use every part of the toolbox that's basically available. Ooh, that could have been something. What a great opportunity. Once again missed. Oh no. Oh wow. That was terrible. That was just luck right there. Wow. Storm now have a 3-goal lead.
Yeah, this is looking really bad for Vector. Like, I feel like most of their energy is like a little bit drained, and they're not really playing to the level they always play. I don't know what changed. Is Storm the better team and I was wrong about it? Or could it be the knockouts and they kind of lost their mojo?
I'm hoping that these guys still are in in the game. You know, I don't want to see a team that performed so well like Vector end up like this. You know, so I'm gonna say that the chances of them scoring 3 goals against a team like Storm in 2 minutes 25 seconds is not high, but it's not impossible. You know, so let's see how things go. I just would like to see the old Vector come back, you know, like their way of playing, their way of doing setups and all that. This just seems like they're too nervous, that they're too kind of being knocked out of their own pace, you know. The game is very much going in according to Storm's speed, and it might not be the best thing. But in any case, Potrosu Toes trying to clear it. Vector overall trying to just get the ball out of there no matter what. A lot of back and forths here. Alright, Happy now taking the ball forward. Could this be a setup? It should be. 3 defenders on one side, and Potrosu Toes takes the boost and intercepts, steals the ball, and Happy, near miss. Infinite Margin has the ball and takes it forward, and oh, what is going on? This is just a car wreck. 1 minute 25 seconds. Can they score 3 goals in this short period of time? I'm not really sure. But anyway, Happy now trying to make a setup. Astro taking the ball forward, and it has been intercepted by Vector. I8 coming in, and the ball falls dangerously close to the Storm side of the goal. But unfortunately, there was no one from Vector to take advantage of that one. Infinite Margin now trying to make something happen, I guess. 1 minute remains. Storm sending the ball all the way to the other side, and another goal. Yeah, I think that was just that these guys all committed to the attack and there was no one left behind, and that's not something we really expect to see.
Vector is really falling under the pressure here and then making a lot of mistakes they shouldn't be making, and Storm playing really cool-headed, and they could actually be kicking Vector off from the leaderboard, like they're on the first place. And it's another goal by Astro.
Oh my god. 5-0 against Vector? This can't be. This doesn't seem like the same team that qualified. What is going on? Are these people just kind of like, I don't know, kind of letting these guys win a little just to kind of add drama? Because they literally can't afford to do that right now. But anyway, I ain't mounting an attack. Infinite Margin, less than 40 seconds on the clock, and it's 5-0. Statistically, it's highly improbable that they'll be able to pull this off, but I'm hoping that maybe they'll just let this one go and come back on the next game and still turn things around, perhaps a reverse sweep. That would be interesting to see, because Vector does have the capability to play like 10, heck 20 times better than this. So I'm a little surprised to see the score just climb up this high. We were not expecting a score above 3 in the knockout stages because both teams, all the teams that have qualified are top tier teams. So I'm not sure what's going on here. Do you think that maybe they've just given up on this one and are just waiting for the time to go down, or what?
Yeah, I feel like, wasting most of the energy in a game that they can't get an equalizer would be not a good idea. And then maybe they could try go for a reverse sweep and then, try to play like how they normally play, which is really, I'd say, really hard. I feel like Storm really can't counter that if Vector starts playing like they used to. We've seen Infinite Margin do really crazy air dribbles, and his team being able to you like back him up and Happy with a lot of good setups, and Toast with a really good defense. But Storm, on the other hand, they are surprising us, as I mentioned. I feel like we have not seen their true potential, and then now they are really showing it off where it matters, because losing any match is not a good idea for either team.
Agreed on some of that, right? The part that I don't agree on is the part with about Storm's true potential. I feel like Storm is performing the same as they always do. It's just that we're seeing Vector perform a little less than the Stellar. That's kind of what I think is making the difference. But overall, I'm still looking forward to seeing the third game of this match. I talked about this a lot during the group stages, but I'll just remind people again. We come to this situation very often in these Rocket League matches, and where one team has 2 wins and the other team has none. So this next game is going to be the most important game in this match, because if Storm win, that's it. Match over, game over, metaphorically speaking. But if Vector win, they earn the right to stay in this in the match and perhaps even work towards winning it. So this next one is really going to be like a huge determining factor for how this whole thing turns out. And I wish Vector luck, because as a spectator, I want to see even matches where top tier teams play against each other and they perform well. But anyway, we have kickoff, 5 minutes on the clock. I wonder which version of Vector we're going to see today. For this match. Happy now. I think he just got demoed. Poor guy. CZ. Pot Roasted Toast. And I think he got demoed too. What is going on? This looks like a demolition derby more than anything. Ooh, near miss for Storm. And also a nice setup that no one was there to take advantage of. Happy now taking the ball forward. And Infinite Margin. Happy once again trying to set it up for his teammates. Infinite Margin as well doing the same. They're just kind of slamming into the wall near the goal, but not exactly getting the ball towards the goal. It's kind of strange. Pot Roasted Toast and Happy fighting off I Ain't. Infinite Margin now sending the ball towards the Storm goal. Oh, what a near miss. And Happy once again attacking. See, now this is getting closer to the Vector that I'm more used to. A team that uses mechanical superiority and air maneuvering to kind of just always keep their opponents on the defensive. Attack, 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 but like with a plan. Anyway, a Storm seems to be turning things around, moving the ball slowly towards the midfield. Perhaps they might even move it towards Vector's side of the pitch. Nope. Intercepted and returned. And intercepted and returned again. CZ now creating an opportunity for his team. Ooh, near miss there. I Ain't prevents the ball from being cleared, but Vector, I think it's Infinite Margin now trying to clear the ball, but again, they get intercepted. Happy and Infinite now trying to get the ball away from the goal no matter what. Astro, great setup for Storm. 3 minutes 15 seconds and the score is still 0-0. I wonder who's gonna score first this time. Wouldn't it be wild if it were Vector? Oh, and there you go. All I had to do was say it. Pot Roasted Toast with that goal. I think he set it up for himself, right?
I mean, Storm kind of like let this one go. I feel like they really miscalculated, and we already Vector with a more stable rotation and playing way better than the first 2 matches. They could be getting back into their mojo where, they're like a really oppressive team.
Oh my goodness. Great opportunity there for Astro, but I think he himself didn't have the momentum to do something about it. Pot Roasted Toast also got a great chance just now, but unfortunately missed the ball. But yes, you are totally right. We are starting to see a more mechanically focused Vector, the team that we really like to see play. Oh, nice save there by Vector. The score currently stands at 1-0, and this might be the comeback that we were really hoping for. Mostly because we like seeing, really long games. Oh, and Astro with the equalizer for Storm. That was definitely a mistake on Vector's side, I think. There was no third man. What was up with that? This keeps happening.
Storm currently controlling the boost mostly, and Vector's really having a hard time to make opportunities due to this, because boost is something that needs to be managed very well, because that is what directly goes into making plays.
And these guys are so into these aerial plays as well, so when they are being boost starved, you can see the consequence of it much more clearly. Anyway, a pot roasted toast taking the ball towards the Storm side of the pitch at 2 minutes 10 seconds and counting. Ooh, another near miss. I think I think Vector is actually improving their game very much in this third game of this match. I think we're seeing them improve vastly, and that's great, because I wouldn't have wanted to see them just lose with a subpar performance. And hey, I ain't just scored. 1 minute 50 seconds remain. Could this be Storm's perfect sweep? Because if they do win this one, that would be another perfect sweep. They've so far won so many of them. But I really hope not, because I mean, winning a perfect sweep in the knockout stage, that doesn't sound right.
Yeah, I mean, Vector so far doing a half rotation, which keeps a lot of pressure on the third man. I mean, they keep keep doing this half rotation where they are currently on the offense always, without transitioning into a defense, which is why Storm can get all these goals in. And they need, I mean, on Vector's side, they're doing a half rotation so much, not Storm, and that's why Storm has the advantage so far, as you can see.
Wow, 1 minute 19 seconds in, and Storm has scored again. Vector so far has not been able to take a single game here. What is happening? It looks like Vector might be in a lot of trouble right now. I don't know if they can score 2 goals in a minute 19 seconds, and like I mentioned before, if they lose this one, they lose the entire match, so there's a lot at stake. They fall to the lower bracket as well.
This is the first time they've probably lost.
What a close opportunity. Yeah, this is. It's interesting, isn't it? And also devastating if you are a Vector fan. But anyway, ball now on the Vector side of the pitch, 1 minute remaining, and the pressure is higher than it's ever been. Infinite Margin taking the ball forward. Infinite Margin dribbling past 2 people, but the third man got him. I ain't. Pot roasted toast with the interception. Astro now trying to set something up for his team. Happy steals the ball and takes it forward immediately. 40 seconds and counting. Every second counts. There's so much going on right now, you know, and I'm not sure where this thing's gonna land. It seems like Storm has it in the bag, but even with 30 seconds on the clock, it's not like Vector's making it easy. The pressure must be immense on the players right now. Oh, nice bit of defending by Infinite Margin. 20 seconds remaining. Oh, that was a nice shot there, but unfortunately not on target. I ain't just demoed a member of Vector. They have less than 5 seconds on the clock. I don't think they can actually equalize or win this one. It's a bit sad. But pot roasted toast now keeping the ball alive somehow, despite the fact that the ball, the time has run out, and Storm wins this one. So it looks like Vector falls to the lower bracket. I did not expect to see that, but Storm, well done. You've come into this.
This is probably the biggest upset we've seen in this tournament. Storm taking this by a perfect sweep. Vector getting knocked off the leaderboard, and them losing 3 matches in a row. This is probably the first time we're seeing this in this tournament.
It is. I'm shocked. I'm having trouble wordsing. I'm just looking at some of Storm's previous matches to see how many perfect sweeps they've done. So they've had 1 against PROFATS Elite. They have 1 against Legacy Esports. Hi, Aksam. And they also have 1 against Vandal, and now they have 1 against Vector. The only loss they've had is to the Baguettes. I'm shocked. Capital S shocked.
I have no idea what just happened. Storm just unleashed lightning and fury on that field. 6-0. Vector 6-0. That was a clean sheet on that map. Oh my god! Like,
I'm starting to think that that last one, the second one at least, might have been like, it became statistically impossible for them to win, so maybe they just let it go. But man, it didn't have to be 6-0 though.
Vector is not a team to let it go. Vector was caught out overcommitting every single time. 3 of those, we had 4 shots, 4 snipes throughout the night. 4 snipes with infinite margin. The man who pre-jumps every time couldn't get it, couldn't reach out. Storm just blew us out of the water, guys. That was an amazing.
Another perfect sweep for Storm. Wild. And hey, congratulations, Storm. That was pretty awesome. And Vector, maybe you guys should, host like a team meeting and check what happened. Check some of the replays of the games and all that. And hopefully, when we see you in the lower bracket, we will be seeing the old Vector again.
Vector just set their trajectory and they could not adjust it. It just went down, man. Storm with that way that they came in with that pass play, amazing pass play. At first I started seeing like, what was it? Astro was just like in the middle, kind of like flipping around, trying to get into the groove of the game in the first game, and then afterwards Sizzy with those ground pinches, with those beautiful technical display on their end, and the whole team, man, that they were amazing. And that was a match that could have been a a reverse sweep, could have, after the 6-0, but it wasn't.
I was hoping for it. I was genuinely hoping for it.
Yeah, and it was an amazing match, and like, you guys look like you are exhausted. We are about to take a 1-minute ad break. I think I'm gonna ask my technical team, can we make it a 2-minute ad break just for the boys here? No, just 1 minute. Okay, I guess we're just going with 1 minute.
You don't have many minutes to burn tonight, I guess. Every minute, like, these are the most stressful 5 minutes I've ever experienced in my life.
ರಾಜ್ ಕುದಿ ರೀತಿ ರತ್ತಕುಗೆ ಬೇರು ಮಾಸಿಂಗ ನು ಕಂಡುತಕುಗ ವ್ಯಾಕಫ ದುವ್ವ ರಕ್ಕ ತೆರಿಕಂದಿ ಕಂಡುತಕುಗೆ ಮಿ ದಿರುಂ ಹೋದ ಕಂಡುಂ ಹೋದಿ ಕಂಡು ರೋದಿ
ಏರುಗೆ ರಹ ಮಾಂದು ಮಸ್ತಳು
one in between. We are running a little bit short on time right now, so we're just going to be jumping into a few details before we kind of ease ourselves into the next match. First of all, type GG in the chats. I know you guys have been spamming a lot of game rules and stuff in the chat as well. Well done. Thank you so much, Trezor, for your involvement in the community. Yes, you are the MVP so far. Let's see you take that all the way to the top, okay? And now, if you spam GG in the chat, you stand a chance at winning one of 2 prizes. We've got a free Mastal case from Mandumas or a free pizza from Pizza Boner. Guys, go for it. Like, liven it up. Tell your friends to watch and type GG as well. It's going to be fun. And the next match we have right now is the Baguettes versus PROFATS NONPAREIL. Now, just a little bit information about the Baguettes. So far, the Baguettes have been showing, for me personally, some of the most technical plays I've ever seen on Rocket League. But Storm just then kind of like makes me rethink things. So I'm hoping that they would meet somewhere down the line as they go on. And then PROFATS NONPAREIL is a team that hadn't showed their face at first because they were up against a team that subsequently forfeited and got disqualified. So PROFATS, with their debut, was amazing. They did great, but they were having quite a battle, an uphill battle, as they made it to the last 8. So I don't know what to say about the balance between the teams, except that Baguettes has been having a really consistent record of how well they've been doing, and maybe they might be able to carry it out. But having seen Storm clear that vector out of the sky, like, I don't know what to expect in this match as well. So,
yeah,
guys, I will be catching you guys later because we're jumping in right into the match right now. I think we've got the boys getting ready. 3 more minutes? All right, 3 more minutes of my beautiful face. Okay, so
That was what I was thinking as well, yeah. Usually, if we were to just base it off the matches these teams have played, it's a little bit more cut and dry, you know. You can just be like, oh yeah, the Baguettes and PROFATS NONPAREIL, you know, they perform like this, and they've known to be doing this. But, I mean, look at that. Vector, a team that basically got to the knockout stages without conceding a single game, just conceded a game 6-0, you know? So who even knows what is going to happen? Like, who are these guys at this point? I don't even know. I'm just here for the excitement, honestly, because it has been a non-stop adrenaline rush.
I hope Yube is here for it too. Grab your Red Bull because you seem like you just could pass out any moment. I hope it doesn't happen. So, we are now ready, or are we going for a ping check? We're going for a little bit of a ping check first. I'm sorry, guys. Anybody who's watching, just so you know, I am at the Glitch Gaming studio right now, and everybody else is at home, streaming at home as they should, socially distanced, staying safe. Everybody, wear your masks when you go out, sanitize, and stay safe. Come on, guys. Get your vaccines. These two boys on the stream with me have already gotten their second dose. They've done it during the stream happening. I mean, not while, you know, like while we were on the stream, but
I didn't take my laptop there, and I was like, yeah, man, just do it.
you should have. No, I'm
Yeah,
busy.
you never know what's happening beyond these borders, right?
I do hope the technical team doesn't exactly, like, you know, pull the rug out of under us and let everybody know that I'm not as formally dressed as I am downstairs.
But in any case, hey, the Baguettes. We're getting to see the Baguettes play again, y'all. On the same night as Juice and Storm. Like, I don't even know. Like, these are like dream teams that we've basically seen develop throughout the tournament, and now we are seeing them go head to head. So far, we have not seen a mediocre match tonight, and this is just day one of the knockout stage, and it stands to become even more exciting as it goes on.
All right,
So,
we're just gonna jump into that match right now, guys. I will catch you later.
Thank you so much. Just to remind everybody, we are about to watch the Baguettes take on PROFATS NONPAREIL, third match of day 15 of Dhiraagu Supersonic. And after that last match, I have no idea how this is going to play out. What about you, Yuve?
Well, as you've mentioned before, this is not really a cut and dry case where if somebody wins against this team, then this team's better, and that, like, since we're in the knockout stages, we're going to see both teams throwing everything they have into the match. So we could be seeing a better play from PROFATS. Like, I'd say they are a really good team, but they have a lot of holes in their defense. Maybe they have upgraded upon that, or like the individual skill level of each player might have gotten better. And the Baguettes is a very well-rounded team with a really strong offense by Rusty, like a really, really good player. So maybe if they can shut him down, they can try something.
I think so too. And hey, have you been seeing some of these plays so far? This, I think, so far at least, is very evenly matched. One team attacks, the other team attacks, you know, it's kind of going back and forth. I also saw a little bit of, like, bumping into players who weren't even involved with the ball, just to make sure that they are not able to pull any, like, mischief, I guess. But in any case, 4 minutes, 4 minutes, 0 seconds, and we're still playing. It's Ishii.
Ishii, really good offensive player.
Sam is also one of the more notable players of PROFATS NONPAREIL, yeah? And then, of course, we have Rusty for the Baguettes. Hey, he just beat 2 of the members of PROFATS NONPAREIL with just some very clever dribbling. Ghost now with a great opportunity. 3 people defending, and he still found a way in. What? That was some, like, Luke Skywalker Death Star stuff right there. What?
Yeah,
what?
I mean,
Look at that. Look at that. How does that happen?
I would say, you know, props up to Rusty for winning that 1v3 and taking the ball all the way there for that setup. And Ghost, really great dunk. And I mean, he went through three defenders who were already disoriented. So heads up to Baguette showing off what they can always do.
That is an exceptional goal, I do think. And yeah, you were totally right. Rusty himself, the fact that he was able to beat 3 players to get there, I'm also going to highlight the fact that he did it without really getting off the ground. Like, he didn't really go up into the air or do aerials. It was just off the wall a little bit and just on the ground. And I think that's pretty impressive. Just shows a high level of control. Anyway, Sam now taking the ball towards the Baguette's goal. That was an empty goal. That's probably the best opportunity they're going to get this match. But unfortunately, they could not seal the deal. And it looks like the team's back in defense now, so they're going to have a harder time getting a chance like that. Sam, whiffed that one. Voidweiser trying to create an opportunity, but Sam is there to send the ball away. But the ball's still very much on the PROFATS NONPAREIL side of the pitch. What do you think of these two teams skill-wise? What are you seeing? Does it seem very equal? Because it's starting to look like the Baguettes are slowly encroaching on control of the game.
The Baguettes slowly gaining momentum as the match goes on. Like, getting stronger with the offense, and Rusty and Ghost doing this like nice juggle between each other with the setups and the offense.
I do agree, and I'm also hoping that PROFATS NONPAREIL will bring back some of the skill we saw from them in their debut match. Like, Axum previously mentioned that I have spoken favorably about PROFATS NONPAREIL before, and it's true. It's because on their debut match, like, against all odds, they totally surprised us by just pulling off like a really surprising match. Let me take a look back. It was against MSK, which was considered to be one of the better teams of the group, and yet these guys won with a perfect sweep. So we were so impressed by that. We thought, yeah, these PROFATS NONPAREIL guys, they're here to stay. They're here to definitely make sure that this tournament is gonna be really incredible. But then Vector turned around and won against them in a perfect sweep. So we were like, yeah, what do we know? But in any case, we wanted to see... my god, look at that. Goal after goal after goal. Looks like PROFATS NONPAREIL is the same team from the Vector match instead of the team from the MSK match.
From Rishvan, he was at the goal, he knew it was coming, and that was a big miss from him. Really sad. I mean, like, they can't afford to make these mistakes, because this is the knockout stage and every goal counts, and the Baguettes is not a team like you should give a huge lead to, because they will keep it and they'll keep hammering in these goals. They'll keep on making opportunity.
They are very, very dangerous on the offense, I've noticed. When these guys are trying to score goals, they will not let you do anything other than defend, which is really bad, because right now PROFATS NONPAREIL need to score more. Like, look at that. Oh, what a wonderful save that was. That was amazing. I think that it seems that the Baguettes kind of might be one of the few teams that are not being affected by the pressure of the knockout stage so much. I mean, looking at 13, looking at Vector, looking at PROFATS NONPAREIL, it's very clear that these guys are being affected by the pressure.
Oh, Rusty with that save. He's
What a
doing
save.
all that with zero boost. You gotta give a lot of props for that one.
My goodness. Did you see the one where he basically sent the ball towards the backboard like it was a setup for a goal, but just to clear it? Like, that's just, I don't know, brazen. It's like saying, come score a goal if you dare. And I guess PROFATS NONPAREIL just did. There you go. Rishvan scores for PROFATS NONPAREIL. Well done. And I would also like to point out that this is one of the players who has like the Maldivian flag on his car, which we think is awesome. Good for you, man. Maldives represent in Rocket League. Anyway, the score currently is Baguettes 3, PROFATS NONPAREIL 1, and we have 19 seconds on the clock, and the chance of PROFATS NONPAREIL catching up are slim, but I won't say none. Okay, now it's 10 seconds. It's probably none. I don't know. Could the Baguettes score again? And what are PROFATS NONPAREIL gonna do about it? Ghost. Voidweiser. Oh. That ball was going into the goal, and you cannot convince me otherwise. But somehow it just touched in front of the goal, a touchdown in front of the goal, and it turned out that was it. The time has run out. So, Yube. PROFATS NONPAREIL versus Baguettes. Game number 1. What are your thoughts?
Well, the Baguettes controlled most of the pace, and the PROFATS NONPAREIL with a lot of misses and a lot of slow rotation on their side compared to the Baguettes, which was like doing this very oppressive offense. But I would say the last goal by PROFATS was really innovative. Like, okay, so what happened was, like, the Baguettes took the ball to PROFATS side, and then they kind of like I'd say they cleared the ball, and when they rotated forward into the offense, they kept like hitting the ball towards the goal and not letting any of the Baguettes players like get boost. Like they control most of the boost. So the reason why that goal was conceded was because the Baguettes could not defend at all. Like Rusty had 0, I think even Ghost had 0. So they couldn't really do anything while the other team was setting up from the backboard and all that. So that is something they could try doing in the next match, because the Baguettes really favors on like aerials and then wall setups and all that.
In a way, I guess you could say that the Baguettes and Vector both have that in common, where they like to stay up in the air, they like to bounce balls off the walls and all that. So attacking their ability to do this, the boosts, that could be a very valid strategy for PROFATS NONPAREIL. Anyway, Sam now sending the ball deep into the Baguettes side of the pitch, but I guess it's been cleared away by Ghost. Rishvan. Oh no! They just conceded a goal. That's not good.
Yeah, we're seeing Rishwan make the same mistake he made last time, whiffing that really important one, and an own goal from Ishii, I think.
Yeah, I think the own goal was actually conceded while the defender was trying to defend. You know, it just ended up striking his car. Oh, Void! What a great opportunity for Void. That could have been a kickoff goal if
Void
it
with his kickoffs. I mean, you remember his 1v1 and those kickoffs.
Yo! Oh my god! A setup for a goal. Like, Void sets it up for Ghost, who sets it up for Rusty. Like, talk about like a 1-2 punch, you know? that was just an impressive goal. The Baguettes are just so good at what they do. I love watching them play, you know? Anyway, Ishii. 4 minutes 30 seconds remain, and PROFATS NONPAREIL really need a couple of goals in their, under their belt. They need to score. They need at least one more game to tie with the Baguettes, but it doesn't look like it's going to be happening. Baguettes have scored 3 goals, I guess, within the first minute. What's happening here? Is this like a connection issue? Is this like a we're giving up this one to get you on the next one thing? What do you think, Yuba?
Honestly, I think this is just Baguettes showing off like they are like a finalist competitor. Like they're doing what they always do best with all these setups and this offense. A really good half rotation from their side, and then they're really good when it comes to like transitioning into a full defense.
Like, how confident do you have to be to deliberately take the ball towards your own goal just to get a boost, and then send the ball all the way back to the opponent's goal without losing like any momentum? These guys are just like, they make it look easy. They make it look so smooth and like, how to say, choreographed, you know? It's just wonderful. It's wonderful to see the Baguettes play, and I feel like we are very lucky to see a team this good be in the tournament. In any case, the Baguettes score once again, and the score now stands at 4-0. And I might have mentioned this before, but we were not expecting total goal scores above 3 when it came to the knockout stage, mostly because the teams that did qualify performed exceptionally well in the group stage of the tourney. So to see 6-0, 4-0, this is stuff that we've expected from the previous part of the tournament. So I'm a little surprised. I'm wondering what is going on here, because these are not teams of this caliber. So I'm gonna create a theory. My theory is that these teams are having trouble performing because of performance anxiety, because of the pressure. Hey, Yube, it looks like Rishvan has managed to score the first goal for PROFATS NONPAREIL. 3 minutes 3 seconds on the clock. Anyway, I was saying before you showed up that a lot of these teams, we didn't expect them to have scores like 4-1 or 6-0. So my thinking is that the pressure is really getting to these guys. What do you think?
I mean, yeah, it's the knockout stages, and that would be the case, but we are seeing PROFATS not being able to play, well, in my opinion, at a level where they should be in the knockout stage. We're seeing a lot of misses, a lot of miscommunication when it comes to rotations, the backboard being like not defended at all. So these are a lot of things they need to address if they want to like go up against one of the top tier teams at the knockout stage.
so far, it doesn't look like ProFats is really showing us knockout stage or grand finalist levels of play. Like, look at that. That was a double commit that literally made a goal happen. And that's the sort of stuff that we don't expect to see at this level. And I think that these guys need to calm down a little, take a couple of deep breaths, and maybe just do what they do best, which is, you know, pass plays and really interesting shots and all that kind of stuff. Because the Baguettes are already there, and they've been doing it since like second one of game one. But anyway, 2 minutes and 15 seconds on the clock. The Baguettes currently have a lead of 5-1 against ProFats NONPAREIL. Wait, make that 6-1. 6 goals again. I thought we were done with this, but hey, I guess not. But in any case, that was a goal scored by Ghost, just nudged in by Voidweiser to make sure that, you know, it didn't just come rolling out or anything like that. But anyway, we have kickoff, 2 minutes 8 seconds on the clock. Sam tried to create an opportunity and attack, but unfortunately the Baguettes managed to clear it, and ooh, what a narrow miss there. Another setup by the Baguettes. I can't even tell the difference between setups and attacks the way that these guys are going, Yube. Like, it looked like it could have been either just now. Alright, another setup slash attack, who even knows? 1 minute 38 seconds and counting. Ball is now going towards the Baguette side of the goal, but Rusty defends. I think Rusty has quickly become one of the players to watch out for in the tournament. Just as much as you would watch out for someone like Yogurt and Ghost as well. Wow.
Ghost and Void is also really good players. And yeah, Rusty kind of stands above both of them, but these two are like, I'd say a comparison is in 13 there's Zom, and then there's the other two players who support. But in this case, the two players are actually supporting him. So that's why they have like such a like dominating play style.
Like, I really love to see that. Like, even if all players may not necessarily be the same level of skill, like, the others are able to hold their own enough for one of the players to really be able to do their thing. But even that aside, the Baguettes so far, some of their team plays, some of their attacks, some of their setups, it's just very nice to see. They make it look good. Rishtfan with a great opportunity. Oh, it was an empty goal when I first looked, but now it looks like it has 3 defenders. And hey! Oh, ProFats NONPAREIL scores, Sam. And that was a pretty nice setup, I think, off the wall there. It's pretty clever. I guess that kind of is a little bit of a wake-up call to all the teams to try to do their setups off the backboard. Like, yo, guys, there are so many walls here. You don't need it, you know? You don't need the backboard to make these setups. But anyway, 35 seconds and counting, and it looks like the Baguettes are going to take this one as well. 7-2. There is no way 5 goals are coming in from the ProFats NONPAREIL side within 25 seconds. That's like 1 goal every 5 seconds. I can math, I think. Anyway, ball once again on the ProFats NONPAREIL side of things. 15 seconds and counting. Nice setup by Voidweiser, but nothing much came of it. Rusty with a setup. I think he took one of the defenders with him into the goal. It's just like, yeah, you think you can defend the goal? You love the goal so much, get in there. Anyway, we have 0-0-0 on the clock, and the next time the ball touches the ground, that's it. And there we go. Baguettes take their second win. Could this be the second perfect sweep? It kind of looks like it might be. So Yube, I'm gonna defer to you. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it's looking like a perfect sweep. Like, ProFats NONPAREIL not completely like living up to the standard they should be in the knockout stage. The Baguettes are a really good team, but they should be able to hold up against them how Juice was able to. I mean, 13 was able to hold up against Juice, and like, I'd say there is, like I mentioned before, a lot of mistakes from ProFats side, and they're playing very reactively, not proactively. They're like, they know Baguettes is a really strong team, so I feel like they are a little bit afraid and not going for the plays they should be going for.
Yeah, I think I'm with you there as well. So How can they turn this around? Can they turn this around?
Well, it looks like they can't, but I'm open to anything. Like, if they can surprise us, yeah, but it looks like more of a perfect sweep from the Baguette side. And
You know,
I,
yeah, go on.
I don't think they can shut down the Baguettes. That's how I'd say. And then it would be like a huge surprise and huge upset if they can win at least even one match, in my
You
opinion.
know, I agree with you there, and I'm starting to think that these players were watching our stream like night before last, where we were talking about, yeah, it's finally the it's finally the knockout stage. Hey, we no longer are gonna have perfect sweeps and huge score differences or anything like that. So, they listen to it, and then they're just making perfect sweeps happen just to make us look bad. That's probably what's going on.
I mean, maybe after we go to the quarterfinals, maybe then we might not be seeing such like one-sided matches. But I could be wrong, and the only match that goes that equally would be the final. So who knows?
I am dying here for an equal match. Come on, y'all. I know that these are talented teams. I've seen them do some amazing stuff, So it's just kind of flabbergasting to me that, like, the Baguettes could just get 7-1 or something like that. Like, what is this? What is this? An exhibition match or like the knockout stages? But hey, Rishvan now with a nice attack, but no one there to really pick up on it. Sam now trying to clear the ball, but the Baguettes are aggressively, basically encroaching on the NONPAREIL side of the pitch. Void Vicer steals the ball from the defender before he could clear. Ishi trying to clear. And I guess he succeeds, but there's Rusty waiting on the defense. Rusty takes the boost as well. I wonder what's going to happen here. Professional NONPAREIL are trying to set it up for one of their players, but the angles are not quite there. Rusty is sending the ball into one of the corners of the Professional NONPAREIL side of the pitch. Oh! Void Vicer scores! And that was the first goal of the match. What do you think of that one? That was a gorgeous goal, right?
Yeah, I mean, it really came out of nowhere. Void Vicer really showing off what he does. Like, I don't know, like Profats.
Yo!
The defense just not
We don't
measuring
even
up.
get a chance to talk about these goals. There's another one. What do you think of this one? Wow.
All the defenders is rushing in.
I think we're about to see a perfect sweep. I hate to see it, but it looks like the Baguettes are dominating. There's not really much to say, honestly. The Baguettes are just doing it so well. I hope that Professional NONPAREIL can kind of pick some of their tactics up and put some kind of opposition to them. But even if they don't, I hope that they end up being more of a dominating force in the lower bracket. Because it looks like they're about to fall there in just about 3 minutes 30 seconds. Some of the viewers might think, oh, that's a bit presumptuous of me, but I mean, I haven't really seen Professional NONPAREIL put up a fight strong enough to kind of really oppose the Baguettes or even put them on the defensive in any capacity.
Yeah, they've never been able to push them back. Like, that was this one time they did. They even got a goal out of that one, but currently they've just been dominating really well.
I don't think any team has really put the Baguettes through their paces, and I'm really looking forward to seeing that day happen, Is it going to be Storm? Wait, no, Storm and Baguettes did face each other, right? I think Storm did lose. Yeah, the Baguettes did win. So is it going to be Juice? Is it going to be Vector? Is it going to be 13? I'm not sure.
I'm looking forward to Baguettes versus Juice. It's going to be one of the most interesting matches where both teams are fairly equal, and we'd see another level of skill. Because both teams have really, really good players and a really good offense, and people who really support the team as they play.
I'm with you there as well, and hey, 2 minutes 22 seconds, and now we have a chance for Professional NONPAREIL to actually equalize. I wonder if they can. Oh, what a great opportunity for the Baguettes! That was basically an empty goal if Ghost had the accuracy just then. Oh my goodness. Another great opportunity for PROFATS NONPAREIL. That could have been a goal too. Ishi. Maybe the pressure is getting to both sides a little bit more than we realized. But hey, oh no. That could have been an own goal. That's terrible. 1 minute 45 seconds and counting. The Baguettes have 2 goals and PROFATS NONPAREIL have 1. And now PROFATS NONPAREIL clear the ball, but unfortunately the Baguettes send it back. Hey, and Void Vicer scores. Even though they kind of double committed on the attack there, it kind of worked out, I guess. Like boop, and it just goes into the goal. What are your thoughts so far? Pretty nice goal, huh? But it seems very cut and dry.
I mean, PROFATS, they're like putting up much of a fight that like they're putting a better fight than before, and actually like not letting that many goals be scored by the Baguettes. But yeah.
Well, 1 minute 15 seconds remains, and if the Baguettes win this one, if PROFATS NONPAREIL cannot equalize and go beyond that, they basically fall to the lower bracket and the Baguettes continue on. I'm inclined to believe that it's more likely that the Baguettes can. But hey, look at that. PROFATS NONPAREIL just scored, and now they only have to score 1 more goal. I am pretty excited. If they are able to equalize here and take us into overtime and so on, whew, wouldn't that be something? I think that they might actually be getting their form back this late in the game, which is a little unusual. 1 minute remains. Void Vicer slowly considering what to do on the defense. Ghost and Rusty rushing ahead. Rishfan, on the other hand, trying to intercept, but I don't think he quite made it. A great opportunity for the Baguettes that they could not take advantage of, which just goes to show that maybe PROFATS NONPAREIL actually is putting more pressure on them than they realize. PROFATS NONPAREIL aggressively pursuing the goal. Oh, so close! 1 goal is all it would take to equalize and to keep them in the match. But not for the Baguettes.
The Baguettes even making it harder for them to equalize.
They just took this opportunity, this wonderful golden opportunity, and just snatched it out of their grasp. It's almost as if like it's trolling or something, you know? It's like, yeah, you know, here's an opportunity to equalize. Not. But anyway, we have a kickoff once again, 23 seconds and counting. Wow, another great opportunity there for the Baguettes. Rusty was literally inside the PROFATS NONPAREIL goal, but I guess the second man wasn't really up to par that time. Great setup by Rishfan, but there wasn't anyone who could take advantage of this one. And they scored 2 goals in under 10 seconds, in under 5 seconds, probably not, but they're gonna try. 3, 2, 1, and looks like the Baguettes take it.
Perfect sweep by the Baguettes. I mean, that is what we expect from them. But PROFATS NONPAREIL kind of disappointing. Like I thought they would show, you know, something better than we've seen in the group stages, but it's just not up to par.
I think I'm disappointed in PROFATS NONPAREIL,
Yeah,
to be honest
I
with you.
am too.
Like, they showed so much promise. They seemed like the superior PROFATS team, you know? And then stuff like this happens. So what are you supposed to make of that? But anyway, that was the Baguettes versus PROFATS NONPAREIL.
That was an interesting match. Moonis is an icon. I am here.
Yeah, I'm having some trouble with my like my webcam there, but I'm figuring it out.
That's all right, guys. We just had 3 really interesting matches of our kickoff stages. Sorry, knockout stages. I say kickoff. I keep mixing it up. All right, but we just saw Baguettes versus PROFATS NONPAREIL, and that match was not as interesting as I'd like it to be. Am I
Not on the level it should be on the knockout stages, I'd say.
I agree.
It looked like
I
a group
agree.
stage match.
Yeah, at least Vector and Storm, it was a perfect disaster, you know? they were clearly playing their hearts out. Even though they were missing and whiffing and double committing, they were playing like this was the knockout stage. But the Baguettes versus ProFats NONPAREIL, that could have been any match from the last 14 days. Literally any.
That's
And
true.
that's-
I feel like we built up the ProFats team a lot as well. We've got the Costa's curse of saying stuff like this and then ending up kind of like cursing the team that we are hyping and rooting for. But at the end of the day, we've had a really, really exciting first day of the knockout stages, okay? And it's already like 12:15. Let's look at the matches that we've had tonight. First was Juice Juice versus 13, a match which we hoped could have gone either way, but Juice Juice kind of like wiped the floor with it. And as you can see, I am glitching a little bit. Sorry, I must have clicked it a little too many times. Oh yeah, you're back again. Monis,
Yeah,
in
I
absentia,
glitched too.
we will be speaking with you, with your spirit as well. Okay, so the second match we saw was the most exciting, the most nail-biting match, which was Vector versus Storm. The way that they sort of like wiped the floor with Vector, a team that we have heard many legends about. And
I mean, I think we're forgetting about Juice Juice and 13's match because that
it was no, I mentioned like 13 and Juice Juice. It was so intense. It was really intense, but that was the level that we expected the match
Yeah.
to be.
Yeah,
That's
but
what I'm
then
trying
we
to
saw
do.
some group stage level shenanigans and Storm pulling out a Storm again and completely taking the other team by storm. So much Storm.
It's nasty.
Man, like I've said it once, I've said it, I'll say it again. Please just stop it with the perfect sweeps, guys. Like I'm so sick of it. Like I know that it takes a lot of talent to do, and I'm proud of you and all that. But like we're past the group stages, please. Society has moved on from the past the need for perfect sweeps. Can we just have imperfect sweeps? Maybe no sweeps. 2-3 games. Let's make that the new thing for the rest of the tournament. The score should be 2 on one side and 3 on the other, and the spectators will all be really happy.
But I think by the
I'm joking, of
spectators, you
course.
mean Moni, but yeah.
I mean, with this evolutionary step that we're taking on behalf of Moni, we also hope that we don't see perfect sweeps. But perfect sweeps, like I saw between Vector and Storm, I don't mind that. That was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
mind-blowing.
they fought hard for it. So you can tell that it is just a matter of performance and luck, right? But like when it just goes too easy, it doesn't feel like it's earned. And
Luck,
I kind
you
of
think?
sorry.
Did you mention luck for Storm? There wasn't luck.
No,
Of course
there,
it
there
was.
was no luck.
No, it's luck in the sense that Vector is off their game. How lucky is that?
Lucky that we had an electric cut as well, but in the match of Storm, I would refrain from using the word luck. Their skill was out of this world, man. It was really, really exciting to watch, and at the same time, such a learning curve because people like Infinite Margin who would pre-jump like one match behind, like one match before, he would have already jumped for the ball. That's the level of skill that Vector had brought in, but they were just knocked out. Like, I don't know, man. It was a headshot, double tap out of the game, but yeah, man. Okay, so we have come to the end of the night, and Moonis has sadly left the stream as well. I still feel like I still hear him in the distance, but we are.
I'm still
Sometimes I feel
here.
like I can hear the voice.
I feel like we're just gonna go. Yeah, I think we're gonna go to the most important part of tonight, which is the lucky draw. Do we have winners for the lucky draw? We do. Let's go and check out who got the free pizza for tonight. And the free pizza of match day 15 goes to Vitte Visham. I think Vitte might not even be in Mother right now if I recognize the name right. But thank you, Vitte, for the pizza as well. You could always gift it to us here at Glitch Gaming. That's what I hope. And now we've got Dimandu Masques.
Yamin
Yamin.
MV.
Wait a minute. Is that
It might be.
It could be.
That's great. Congratulations on your first win. That's amazing.
Yo, that's just real low. Come on, they're like a beloved team. Okay, they did
That was a
that.
low blow right there.
No, I appreciate skill wherever it comes in, and I have always built up Wololo. I have never
The biggest
cut
fan.
down-
Yeah, you're the one who turned me onto them. Yeah.
Exactly. But I just have to point out facts, and I'm
Fair,
really
fair,
happy. I'm really happy because you won a Mando Mas case. I haven't, so one up on you. Yamin. Well done. And we have come to the end of the night. Before we head out, let's take a look at our sponsors who have been making this a possibility for us. First of all, Yamin thanks Mandu Mas for the muskes that he has won tonight. And then we've got Vittavisham who won the pizza from Pizza Bona as well. Thank you so much for you guys providing all of that for us. Print Lab for the amazing printing work they've been doing. We will need a banner later to mark the champions. eLife for having given the MVP sponsor as well. And then Gizmo for the technical know-how and the gadgets making this a possibility. And last but not least, we got to thank Dhiraagu for keeping our ping secure and our internet connection constant. Thank you so much for the help and being our title sponsor for this event. We have come to the end of match day 15. It's already a late night. I think tomorrow, if we can start on time, which is something I am not proficient to do, if we do, we will be able to talk a lot more about the Mooney. Hi, we can see you.
Oh,
Okay,
hey, I'm back. Wow.
We will talk a lot more about tomorrow, about tonight's matches. If we hopefully when we get online at 9:15, we just saw how matches could turn out at the knockout stages. This was really exciting. Thank you both of you for staying up and joining me here, even through the power cuts as well. And thank you to all of our viewers for the GGs and the explanations on the comments. We appreciate all the interactions we get. We're nearly at the end of this tourney, so if you guys got anything you want to tell us casters, please let us know. We are more than happy to hear from you. Do we have anything else on the menu, technical team? They're really sad to say this, but I think this is going to be good night from us right now. We will catch you once more tomorrow for the second day of our knockout stages. See you guys.
Wambade. What's your bedroom one? 2GB no ye. Jibe 3GB data. Then you know school je be ma voice minutes kola ka. Ege tere SMS kola ve satta de. Te data voice minutes. Te SMS.
Hello.
Hello. Ko streaming na 1GB watta de. And ya edu kolla chat kolla ves GB. Social media ves GB kola watta de.
Prepaid combo ಎಲ್ಲ ಬಿದಾಂತ.
Tihuriya hunnane mega.
මිහාර වකිවකින් එච්චි නෙගුමවර කොම්බෝ ප්ලෑන් නගාල මාසරි data voice adi SMS ඉවෙන කොම්බෝ ප්ලෑන්ස් මීගේ තුරු chat stream adi social media බලාල free data
අස්සුවෙන් ගත කොම්බෝ මසාලවන්.
prepaid combo plan activate කරන් Dhiraagu app download කරලා